Jai Hind, dear students. So we are going to learn about the decimals and square roots. So let's recall what we have studied. It is given that when we have 0.01, it can be written as 1/100. Why? As we know, after decimal it is tenths and hundredths. Okay? So when you are going to remove the decimal, just count the number of places after decimal. As you can see, we have tenths and hundredths, 2 places. So we'll add 2 zeros. So it can be written as 1/100. I hope so you have recalled all the concept. If you will see the second one, that is 0.0001 can be written as 1/10,000. Why? Because after decimal we have tenths, hundredths, thousands and 10,000s. It means that after decimal point we have 4 places. So in denominator we are going to add 4 zeros. Correct? So we can say that square root of 0.01 will be equal to square root of 1/100 and square root of 0.0001 will be equal to root of 1/10,000. Right? Now see this. Root over 1 is equals to 1. You know this, right? Square root of 100 is equals to 10. And square root of 10,000 is equals to 100. We have already learned that. Right? So we will use same concept in decimals. Just see what's happening here. Here 1 zeros are getting reduced when we are going to find the square root of it. Like when we have 2 zeros in 100, so the square root of this will be 10 only. We are just going to write half of the 0 in the square root of a particular number. I hope so I'm clear. Thus, we are going to do same in fractional part also. Like, if you will see 1/100 and 1/10,000, the zeros got halved. Clear? So, moving to next concept. If we are going to find square root of decimals, then what will happen? Yes, you are correct. In finding square roots, 2 decimal places will become 1 decimal place. Like square root of 0.01 is equals to 0.1. What really happened? When taking the square roots of decimals, 2 decimal places become 1 decimal places. This is a very important point to note down. And if we will say we have 4 decimal places, then it will become 2 decimal places. Right? Just you can see square root of 0.0001 having 4 decimal places, it became 0.01, which is of 2 decimal places. So what is square root of 0.36? Having 2 decimal places, it will become 1 decimal places. Yes, and also we will find square root of 36. So answer is 0.6. And how will write? You will write 0.6. Now let's evaluate the following. Let's see first question. In first question, we are having 4 decimal places, which will convert into half, that is 2 decimal places. What is the square root of 9? Yes, square root of 9 is 3. So, in answer, we need 2 decimal places, but here 3 is a single decimal place. So, what we will do? We will add 0 before 3. So our final answer is 0.03. Now let's find for 0.000049. We have 6 decimal places here, which will convert into 3 decimal places. Now tell me, what is the square root of 49? Yes, square root of 49 is 7. So in 7 we have only 1 decimal places. We will add 2 zeros before 7. So 0.007 is our final result. Now let's move to third part. In this part again 4 decimal will convert into 2 decimal square root of 144, we have to search about the square roots. So square root of 144, we all know, is 12. And in 12, as we need, already we have 2 decimal places. So we are not going to add any zeros. Directly our answer will be 0.12. Clear? If you want, you can write as 0.12 or 0.03. Now notice, for these examples we used perfect square numbers, right? 9, 49, 144 all were perfect square numbers. But what happens if we don't have any perfect square numbers? And this is the main question. So for non-perfect squares or an odd number of decimal places, we would need to use our methods for estimating square roots. And estimation we will learn in our next video.